had one of those days where you're just like, I can't be bothered to do anything? You ain't brushed your teeth, you haven't showered, your room's a mess, the dish are piled up in the sink, and you're still there scrolling on TikTok for the last 3 hours? We're gonna address that today. Welcome back to another episode of Makeup and Mindset. If you're new around here, my name is xThuyLe, and on this channel we talk about the deep, hard truths that no other influencer likes to talk about. And today I felt like it was only fitting to talk about how to exit your lazy girl era. I have been in this era many a time. So in today's episode, while we're getting glam, I really want to talk about the things that I do whenever I feel like I'm back at square one. First things first, before we start off with the tough love of this episode, I just want to say, whatever you're going through right now, I hope you know that it's just a phase in your life. You're demotivated, we're in this rut, we don't want to get out of bed, whether you just got fired or you just heard some really bad news. It's okay to cry things out, call a friend, scream into a pillow. All of these emotions, you have to process it before you actually pick yourself up and move on. You need to go through what you're going through, journal everything out, talk to someone about it, because the only way to actually move on past this stage so you don't end up going back to the same spot in the next 2 weeks is to actually process everything, dissect everything. There is a reason why this has happened. There is a lesson here to be learned. What is the situation teaching me? How can I improve things so that I don't have to be in the same position again, feeling the way that I do now? Write it all out, scream it out, cry it out. All of the things that I'm going to tell you in today's video is what's going to help you get back that motivation, pick yourself back up, and learn from your mistakes. Always recommend to start off with a reset day. This is the day that you just pick up all of that dirty laundry, those takeaways and those cups that are sitting on your bedside table. We're gonna get our shit together. I feel like whenever you reset your physical space, you just feel so much better. Like having your everything shower, washing that hair, doing a face mask, double cleansing your scalp. You can finally breathe. It just feels like new energy in that space. I'm using the House Last Triclone foundation, and I haven't used it for a while, but this used to be my favorite foundation at one point. Why did I stop using this? For my contour, I'm using this Rare Beauty liquid contour in the shade Serene. Blends out so beautifully. Now that we've reset our physical space, I think it's so important to work on the mental space. I always turn to journaling and brain dumping. You need to get that all out. Journaling is honestly like a form of free therapy. It is a place that you can just write whatever you're feeling, just knowing that no one is going to read it. You don't have to worry about censoring yourself, think about what you're going to say. It's something that happens subconsciously that once you kind of get it all out on paper and you start to actually read it, you realize that, girl, this is not even a big deal. One of my favorite exercises is writing a letter to your future self. A lot of times it's actually so hard to think about what is going on in the past, what's going on right now, but when you write a letter to your future self, you actually think, how do you want to feel like a couple days from now, a year from now, 30 days from now? Like, that was such a powerful exercise for me that I don't want to feel this way anymore, and I really want to work towards something. I have a whole area on my Notion dashboard where I have like guided journal prompts where it kind of asks me how I'm feeling that day, what do I need to work on that day, what am I currently going through, what am I learning right now. And I think sometimes it just makes it so much easier when you have a prompt that you can actually answer rather than just thinking willy-nilly off your brain. If you want a copy of my Notion dashboard, I'll leave the link down below. But honestly, ever since having this system, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders because everything is just in one place. How cute is this little palette from Charlotte Tilbury? It has a setting powder and a blusher. And while we're setting our face, I think it's only right to actually talk about setting yourself up for success. And sometimes you might need to lower the bar. I used to be that type of person that used to be so harsh on myself. Whenever I didn't meet my expectations or whenever I didn't work hard enough, I always just talk down on myself. I know sometimes it sounds counterintuitive to lower the bar, but I think a lot of times our problem is that we go from 0 to 100. We expect things to change overnight. But let's be honest, guys, okay? When you are in this slump, you cannot go from 0 to hero. It just doesn't work like that. You just need to pick one thing, One thing you can action today, one thing you can action tomorrow, and just slowly work your way up from there. I always say when you're starting off something, try to make it as easy as possible. Journal literally only for 3 minutes. Write yourself 1 paragraph. There's no point in going to the gym for like 2 hours today and then tomorrow and the next day you are so tired. Even if you just go outside for a walk, stretch, move your body just a little bit, and then the next day maybe you go for a little workout for half an hour, and then the next day an hour. All about progression. Momentum beat motivation. I always find it's these small invisible wins that actually gives you that dopamine hit. The main thing that I think has really been able to set me up for success is to try to minimize the amount of decisions that I have to make. Making decisions costs so much energy. I actually learned that Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg, they wear the same outfit every single day because they want to minimize the amount of decisions that they have to make. I don't know about you, okay, but there's so many times that Grant comes into the room and he's like, what do you want to eat? That is the last thing that I want to think about. Even just making that small decision of thinking about what we're going to eat that day, it just costs you so much energy. At the start of the week, I make all of these tiny little decisions that doesn't really matter. Night before, I might pick out my workout gear, put that onto the bed so that when I wake up in the morning, my clothes are laid out that day. I know what workout I'm doing. All of these little tiny decisions that you have to think about, sometimes we just don't have the energy to think about them. The biggest tip that I have for you is to set yourself up for success and plan your week ahead in advance. You want to try to remove as much friction as you can and make the good choices easier, because when you are tired, when you are lazy, when you have no more energy, it's so easy to go back into your old habits. But once you kind of set yourself up and you can actually make the healthy choices easier, that is when you actually start to actually notice a difference. As much as I think it's so important to try to adopt new habits so that you get out this cycle, I also think it's really important to address the bad habits that's keeping you stuck in the same old. Try to remind myself to create more than I consume. I think this is so hard for a lot of people because naturally our first instinct whenever we're feeling bored or we're feeling anxious or we just want to kind of pass time is we just get out our phone, open up social media, and then subconsciously you are comparing your life. You're comparing someone else's highlight reel. You're comparing like someone else's life just looks so much better online, like they're on another holiday or their relationship looks so amazing, or you might be stalking your ex. We all been there, girl. We've been there, we've done that. We just know that habit is not actually making ourselves feel better. You know what? It's actually so bad because even though I tell myself like, oh, I'm gonna go online and look for some inspiration or look for some motivational quotes, a lot of times I find myself leaving my phone not feeling good about myself. I always feel like, I could have been doing more. If you're ever feeling stuck, you're ever feeling unmotivated, you don't really know like where you need to go from here, look inwards. It's all within you. Reading more, learning about something more, investing in your skills, investing in your mindset, going out for a walk, moving your body more, doing things that actually fuel you and things that you actually enjoy. That is actually when you start to see a massive shift, when you stop comparing your life to other people and only start comparing yourself to yourself. I always want to remind people that whatever you see online, a lot of times it is fake, a lot of times it's not happening in real time. Honestly, the only comparison that's actually important is the comparison you make within yourself. Are you a better person than yesterday? And what can you do today to make yourself just 1% better every day? The next thing that I think is so important to touch on in this video is the idea of goals. Now, I feel like whenever people get stuck in this slump, they feel like they need to do everything at once to try to get out of it. And that is like the biggest, most common mistake that I see. Trust me, girl, if you are trying to fix your career, fix your relationships, fix your body, fix your mindset, you're trying to do everything at once, that is the quickest way to not fix anything at all. I actually spoke about this in my recent workshop where I actually talked about the power of actually focusing on one thing. That is when you actually start to see true results. And I think it's so easy to fall into the trap of feeling like you need to do everything now. It's actually when you start to say no to certain things, that is when you start to see true momentum. One thing, just one goal, and just stick to that for the next 30 to 90 days. If you do want to learn a little bit more about the power of betting on yourself and actually focusing and dialing in, I have a whole workshop that you can literally watch for free where I talk to you about pivotal moments in my life when I actually like locked in and I actually started to say no to certain things, build the life of my dreams. Go watch it if you haven't already. You literally just put your email down below. I'll send you an email so you can watch my free workshop. I just added some lashes and some contact lenses. This is from Olens in the style Secret Tint. They are so pretty. You know, in times like this, whenever I'm feeling like unmotivated, I always have to remind myself that this is actually a season for a reason. You start off the year feeling so optimistic, like you have all of these goals. Before you know it, you're back in your old ways. And I think it's so important to remind ourselves that the person that got us here is not the same person that can get us to where we want to go. We have to be the ones that are in charge of the next chapter. We have the power to shift everything. We have the power to shift our mindset, to shift our habits. Honestly, it all starts by making one small decision at a time. There's going to be times where we are going to feel unmotivated. There are times that we are going to slip back into our old ways. But you need to remember that you need to be self-aware that you're falling back into those old habits, and you do not want to waste another month, another week, another year of your life doing the same old things over and over and over again, thinking that change is going to happen, or you're thinking your dream life is going to magically appear. It's you that has to get up. It's you that has to change your habits. It's you that has to make the decision to do something today. One thing today, one brain dump today. You are literally one decision away from building that dream life. Have the power to achieve anything that you want to achieve as long as you are in the headspace to do it. I have a whole episode teaching you about what to do when you're actually stuck. So if you haven't seen the episode of my Future You podcast yet, go and watch that video because I feel like it's very fitting to know about the traps that you might be falling into very, very often. I feel like there's not enough videos out there where we're actually talking about real life deep stuff while we're actually getting ready. So let me know if there's any other topics you guys want me to talk about in any future episodes. I love you guys so much and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!